G'day everyone, I am here today. I've been tagged by the lovely Sara at Chronic Colouring Down Under, which is a fellow Aussie, down in Victoria, and she's new to the scene. So I'm going to leave her um, channel link down below, and if you haven't checked her out, go check her on out because she's awesome. She's very nice and a very caring person, and she has come up with a cool little colouring game called Coloropoly, and which you'll see on her channel if you go there, and that you can take part of if you would like to. But she has tagged me in the ParaOlympics colouring tag, which was created by, was recreated by Lily from ArtJourneyUK, based on the original Olympics tag by Dani Buttons. So that is kind of where we're going for. And the first question is the opening ceremony. What country are you barracking for, rooting for, going for, and where do you live? Okay, so I'm Australian. If you hadn't gathered by my very, very, very strong Australian accent, I am an Aussie. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. So I am obviously going to barrack for my homeland, and I am from Queensland, so I'm from Northern Australia. And yeah, so sport is a big thing in the Australian culture. Not so much for me because I'm a geek, but that is who I'd be going for. This is Snugglepot Cuddle Pie and Friends, which is from May Gibbs, which is a classic Australian children's story writer, illustrator. And yeah, so these are our little gumnut babies. So this is lots of Australian animals and so forth. But yeah, so I will definitely be barracking for Australia. Number 2, what made you dive into colouring? So I pulled it out. This was the first book I ever bought. And it was in 2015, I think it is copy printed as. I think I had a look at 2014, 2015. Something along those lines is where I got my first colouring book, and that is my actual first colouring page. You know, we all start somewhere. I've gone on and off with colouring, but I only got fully back into it probably a year or so ago when I started actually doing art. And sometimes I didn't want to draw and create from scratch, so I enjoy the process of colouring. So that is my dive into. Question number 3, gymnastics. What would you flip out for if you got it? So all along, I was going to flip out for if I ever got the Lumi pencils. Okay, I love pencil work is probably my favourite media, and I was truly humbled and so appreciative that someone sent me not only the portrait set but then the 40 basic colour set. And I was just like blown away by that. And so then for I have completed my collection. I just am yet to organise and put this last little lot away. So, you know, that was my flip out for. And also the Serene colouring book, which will come up later. So now if I've got to sit there and go, what would I flip out for if I got it now? This would be it. The Copic Chows. I'm not, you know, I'm not ambitious enough to want all of the full Copic collection, but just the full Copic Chows, and I would be, I wouldn't even know what to do with that. And I'm slowly working towards this, so eventually that will be a thing that I will tick off in time. Okay, next one is number 4. What item made you go back and forth before finally buying? And I'm trying to think about what kind of I've gone back and forth with that I have that I wasn't too sure about. And I honestly kind of can't think about it. Like the one I was going back and forth about was buying Serene by Nick Filbert. And I was lucky enough that I ended up getting that in combination with Angie so that we could work out the postage costs and things like that. So it's a yeah, I kind of, I'm not too sure. Probably maybe a Clara Makova book um, would be, but yeah, I kind of, I don't know. If I, that one's, I kind of just get it if I really want to get it. Clara Makova, I'm not too sure I want it desperately enough to be willing to pay the price for it. Okay, wrestling, number 5. What trend do you wrestle with? Okay, there's 2 trends that I wrestle with. Mandalas. I don't mind doing a mandala every now and again. So every now and again, I don't mind sitting down and just completing a mandala. And I've done a few. They're okay. Colour by numbers. I thought, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind this for a bit of mindless colouring and so forth. But I have found that it doesn't bring me joy, if that makes sense. So I've done a few colour by number images, but it in fact, you can see here I started on one. It just doesn't fill me with the thing that I want when I'm colouring. If so, they would be probably the trends that I wrestle with. Marathon. What page took you the longest? That's a recent one. So it's going away soon. This is the from Serene by Nick Filbert. This was not an easy page, and I wanted to spend my time on it, and it was all done with pencil. And so this, I would hate to know how long this took me, because I drew in the background and everything. But this would have been my longest. Okay. What artist is a slam dunk for you? Again, this goes back to probably, honestly, I think it's probably the Asian artist. So, Serene by Nick Filbert. Yep. And I've just gotten Fantasia and Irene, whatever. They're all of those books. And then Kirby Roseanne's. So they're pretty much, I'm going to get it no matter what, except for probably the compilation books. Words are hard. I'm Australian. I know apparently I speak English, but sometimes words are hard. Not necessarily all of those books. So his new book that's coming out, I'm probably not going to grab, because I don't want double images of things. But they are my slam dunkuses. Okay, what have we got next? What is my newest find? Okay, my newest find, Lisa Joanna. I just recently did this on stream. I've done a flip through of this book. This book, like literally, I got sent it as someone sent it to me going, I thought you might like this. I got through 3 pages of the flip through and I went and bought it. So this is definitely a winner for me. There is a flip through on my channel if you want to see that. But this book, I just completed an image in it. See, I'm giving away my completed pages for the months, but because I haven't even filmed that yet, because I'm behind. But I've just finished this one. So that is a new find for me, and I love that book. Okay. What was my favourite buddy colour? So I've been lucky, and I'm thankful that I've done a number of buddy colours, and I enjoy them all. But I must admit that my favourite buddy colour was one of my first buddy colours, and it was with Mary. And she picked this from Worlds Within Worlds, so from this one. And she picked this page, and I was like, oh my God, it's a double page spread, and it wasn't one that I would have automatically gone towards. And when I started it, however, I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed doing this page. I am so thankful she chose it. I love how it turned out. This is definitely one of my favorite buddy colors, because it took me outside of my comfort zone, and I absolutely adored doing that page. Okay, but yeah, I am thankful. I love all my buddy colors. I love my my month-long Colin Thompson one that I did with Shell, Angie, and Ashley, and we're doing the same thing now with Hugs a Day in September. I love those. I just love doing something with somebody else. I find it awesome. So if you want to do a buddy colour with me, let me know. What is one goal that you have for the end of the year? One goal I have for the end of the year. So a goal I have, I'm just going to pull a random page out so that we can look at it while I'm talking about my goal for the end of the year. Because my goal is not actually like to do a particular thing. My goal for the end of the year is to just keep trying new things. I enjoy just going, oh, well, I'm going to try and see if this works. Or I'm just going to have a go at doing this. Something, and bringing things that may not be common to how we do it. So I've done like the drafting film. The other day I did a full page with the King Arts, but dry, the gel sticks and stuff like that. I just want to keep trying to try new things and challenge myself in this and seeing what I can do. So that's the answer to that one. All right, and then number 11 is our last question, our bonus question, which is our Decathlon. What are your 10 favourite books? Okay, so my 10 favourite books are, no surprise, Worlds Within Worlds. I love this book. If I had to pick one book that just, I'd be happy to sit and colour all the time, it would be this book. So, would I like to finish this one day? Absolutely. Am I ever going to? Absolutely not. But I love this book. Okay. New book for me. I absolutely love this book. I want to do more in her. She is fantastic. This book, again, speaks to me. It's about strong women, warrior women. It's just, this book it should just say, drawn for Tammy. And I would have been like, yes. Okay, this one. Oh, this beauty. This is just an artwork. Like, even if I never completed a page in here, I don't think it would have mattered. I've already done one, but it's not actually on the original paper. It wouldn't worry me because just looking at these images is enough. Like, they are the most incredible illustrations. Nick Filbert, just an amazing artist. This little fella, I love this book. Okay, so this little tiny pocket-sized book just brings me joy when I look at it. Like, seriously, how can you not look at these images and just smile? They're just so quirky, so cute, and I absolutely love this little book. So, there's this one. It was really hard, by the way, picking these books, because, when I'm a teacher and I'm like, who's your favourite student? It's like, I don't have favourites. But I'm serious, I may do. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, but Ken Matsuda. I love this book again, okay? It's, again, the illustrations are what, they just, Kirby kind of style with some quirkiness, but done in a different way. And they are just phenomenal images that I enjoy immensely. So there is that one. And it keeps I've turned the autofocus off and it's still doing the wobble wobble, so I apologise. Alright. Joanna Basford. Controversially, she's not my favourite illustrator. I'm not, I have a number of her books and I don't mind colouring in them, but she's not one I would normally steer towards. But I do love this new book of hers, this Worlds of Wonder, and I've done quite a number of colourings within this book. So I've done a few images in here, and I think I like it because it's not just all flowers. I'm not floral flowers. I don't want to do a whole page of that. So that is another one. This one by Denise Collette, Gnomes in the Neighborhood. Again, it's just a page that brings me, a book that brings me joy. So they're just the cutest little illustrations that are just, light-hearted, quirky, funny, and they're not too complicated, and they're just bright and cheerful. I love that about it. Then I've got this one by Ikuko, the Japanese girls. These again are just incredible illustrations that I like. They are again works of art, and I love these images. Ninth is this book, this Colouring Heaven issue, which is Creatures of the Night special by Sara Richter. I love all of the images in this book, and I'm like, I would like to do them all. They are fantastic images, and she is a talent as well. And my last one, as such, is not a book, but an artist. She has some books available. I know you can get, I think, her Colour My Dreams 1 from Amazon, I think. I don't know, I've got the download of it. I'm a Patreon of hers. I absolutely adore her, and I'm still spinning in the fact that she joined me on stream the other week, is Monya Gates. Okay, I love her images. I'm also intimidated by her images because that's how far I got. But I love doing her portraits, all of her stuff. She is just one fantastic illustrator. And I just enjoy her work immensely. So they would be my top 10. And then comes to the part where I've got to tag others. And I kind of sit there and go, I love being tagged, so which is great that people tag me. But I always feel uncomfortable tagging others. So I always just sit there kind of like I do with my students and go, everyone can do it. If you want to do it, and you can do it. And that's what I say to my kids. If you want to do well, you can do it. So if you want to do this tag, please do it. And just say, yeah, Tammy opened it up to the whole world. It is the Olympics tag. It's about bringing the world together. So I'm like spreading the love and saying, you're all tagged. You're it, you're it, you're it, you're it. I'm going to do an Oprah. And you're tagged. No, you're tagged. And you're tagged. So that is what I'm going to do with that. And yeah, so thank you very much, Sarah, for tagging me. I was really buzzed that you did, and I appreciate it so much. And I love seeing how successful you've been in the last month. And kudos to you, and keep going strong. And I'm super proud of. Well, I'm going to say Aussie. We won't talk about that. You're a Victorian. Go Queensland. Woohoo! But yes, thank you very much. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to, like, comment, subscribe, all of that kind of jazz. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you later. Bye.